More than 50 Texas House Democrats fled the state on Tuesday to break quorum and block a GOP redistricting plan that could add up to 5 new Republican congressional seats ahead of 2026. Republicans, backed by President Trump and Texas Governor Greg Abbott, argue the new map reflects recent population shifts. Democrats call it a mid-decade power grab with no new census to justify it.
That doesn't bother me at all. My constituents want me to take this quorum break. It is within our legal right. I was hired by the people in my district to do what is in their best interest, not what is in the best interest of Donald Trump and not what is in the best interest of Abbott.
In response, Governor Abbott issued civil arrest warrants, threatened to vacate absent seats, and warned of fines and salary cuts. Meanwhile, legislation for flood recovery remains stalled in the Texas House. The Democrats' destination? Well, a lot of them fled to Illinois, a state so aggressively gerrymandered by Democrats that they hold 14 of 17 House seats, despite Republicans receiving nearly half the vote in 2024. The irony is, of course, sharp, and it's not going unnoticed. Democrats fleeing partisan maps are now camped in one of the most shamelessly partisan mapped states in the country. Illinois' districts were redrawn in 2021 with no Republican input and have repeatedly been criticized by good governance groups. Our next guest is Texas State Representative Brian Harrison, who has been a very loud and vocal critic of this entire charade. Thank you so much for joining us, making the time.
Yeah, always great to be with you.
This isn't the first time Democrats have fled a state to deny a Republican governor a quorum, is it?
No, and in fact, Democrats have quite a history of breaking quorum down here, and unfortunately, they have how do I put this? They have a track record to look at with how Republicans respond, and unfortunately, Republicans in Texas respond with weakness or absolutely nothing. I mean, here's the untold story here. I mean, everyone in the national media is focusing on the aspect regarding the Democrats breaking quorum to thwart our redistricting efforts. But I think what's at least as big of a story is the fact, and it's a scandal, that they did it with the assistance of the so-called Republican leadership and the Texas government, primarily the Texas House. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. Just 1 week ago, maybe not even a week ago, we were all my colleagues, we were on the floor of the House in the Capitol in Austin. We had the Democrats there. We had the maps were filed. We had a quorum. And instead of using the authorities that the leadership team has down here to maintain the quorum and stop a quorum break, something that they knew full well was coming, by the way, our establishment liberal speaker, who was elected by Democrats, but that's a whole other story. Instead of keeping them here, he adjourned the body. He released the Democrats and allowed them to go down the hall. I'm not making this up, into the warm embrace of Hakeem Jeffries, who had flown down from Washington, D.C., the leader of the congressional Democrats, to meet with the Texas House Democrats to plan their break. So we really are in day 7 of the quorum break, because it was 7 days ago when we had a quorum, we had the Democrats, the doors were shut, and our liberal speaker chose to release them to allow them to break quorum. And now that we're 3 days in, there's a lot of tough talk from Texas Republicans, but you know what you're not seeing anything of? Any tough actions, and that's what my voters care about. There's been no arrests. Yes, we've had some warrants, not one single arrest, so we haven't had one budget cut. These Democrats are allowed to chair committees in the Texas House. Not one chairmanship has been revoked. Hell, their parking spots haven't even been taken. So I'm sick and tired of the empty rhetoric. I want results. These Democrats need to be arrested. They need to be punished. They need to be brought back here so that we can get about doing the will of the voters of the state of Texas who elected us.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.